So, Katie, my young friend, I was thinking on the ride to work, and it's something I wanted to say to you. We all, as people, spend our day talking to other folks, teachers and other friends and people at work and all those people in our lives, and we have to talk to them, and it takes all day long. But there's someone that a lot of us, we don't spend enough time talking to. And I'm not talking about God. I know your mom and dad talked to you about that. And what I'm talking about is taking a little time to talk to yourself. And that's something people don't do enough of. So I'm going to encourage you to do that and talk to yourself a bit once in a while. And sometimes the best way to do that is to sit down and write yourself a letter. And that's why I sent you a journal in the mail. Hopefully you've got it by now. What I'm going to suggest to you is every once in a while, maybe every day, sit down and write a letter to yourself. And the cool thing about that is that person you're writing a letter to is you, but it's not you. Because the next day when you read that letter you wrote, you're not the same person. You're very close. You'll be closer than any sister even could be to you, but you're just not the same person. So when you sit down today and write a letter to yourself, well, the you that reads it tomorrow might have something to say back, because now they're a different person. And that can be a really good thing. One day you might sit down and write about a problem you're having, and that person who reads that letter tomorrow, will say, hey, I heard about your problem and I've been thinking about that. Here's an answer. I think this might work. And they'll sit down and they'll write that back to you. And then you get to read that letter back from you. And you're a different person now too. And one day you might sit down and write that you've done something really bad, or you've made a terrible mistake. And then that person, that new you, the next day or the next week might read that letter, and they might answer you back, it's okay, I understand, I forgive you. And one day, that person that you write to in your journal might say to you, I have an idea to do a really great thing, but I'm scared. And you might sit down and write to that person. You might sit down and write to yourself, you know what? I got your back. Let's do this. So, those are my words of advice. Every day, sit down, talk to yourself a little bit. Write yourself a note, because you're worth listening to. We love you, Katie. We believe in you. Make good decisions. Be good. Bye.